Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. How's everyone doing out there? This is Philip Johnson on your ones and twos, and we are ready to rock, and roll here at RIT. And we are here for the game number 2 for the Just Get Good tournament here in Rochester, New York, where the Coalition, Rochester Coalition, 09 Coalition, will take on the Atlantic Coast Hockey Academy. How's everyone doing out there? Like I said, this is Philip Johnson on your ones and twos. If you guys can give me a roll call in the chat, I would gladly appreciate to let me know that my audio is ready to go. said, guys, if you guys can hear me loud and clear, let me get a roll Roku in the chat. Let me get a roll Roku in the chat. The Coalition are set to drop the puck here in Rochester, New York, the RIT Center, and at 12:15. So we're at 12:15 right now, waiting for the Atlantic Coast. The boys are in the white. The Atlantic Coast are in purple. So here we go. If you guys missed yesterday's game, it was a great game. The boys found themselves down 2-0 and able to fight back and move it and put it into shootout territory. Down 2-0, scored 2 goals to make it a 2-2 game. Went into a shootout, and ultimately they fell to the Connecticut Elite Hockey Academy. But it was a great game either way. Boys just fell slightly short. They still were able to gain a point for the tournament, but still either way, the boys are playing hard and playing aggressive, and that's what we like to see. All right, like I said, guys, this is Philip Johnson on your 1s and 2s, and we are ready to rock and roll, and we're ready to get at it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Atlantic Coast are on the ice, and the Coalition are waiting for them, and we are ready to get at it. All right, guys, we have a couple of players who are out once again. We have Luke Staley, who is unfortunately going to be out. Okay, we have Luke Staley, who's unfortunately going to be out this game, and also number 88, Hunter Weisbeck, who was unfortunately hit pretty hard yesterday, and he wasn't able to return to the game yesterday. So Luke Staley and Hunter Weisbeck are right there, and unfortunately they will be out. Yesterday we also had Liam Porter, who made his return to the bench but did not play yesterday, so he's still recovering from a knee injury that he had. So, but other than that, the boys are shorthanded as has been all season, but it's nothing new for the Coalition. For the 09 club, they've been short for the last 5 years. They've been playing shorthanded, but this is nothing new. But they're going to get at it either way. Today's game will have Evan Farrell to start the game off. Johnson did a great job, led in 2 goals, but unfortunately fell in the shootout. But here now it's Evan Farrell's turn to make it happen. Last game he played was against the Cyclones Academy in Boston, Massachusetts. They got the shutout, and they are ready to rock and roll. How's everyone doing out there? This is Philip Johnson, like I said, on your 1s and 2s, and we are ready to get at it. All right. We're ready to make it happen. the goal by Kevin Green. Here we go. 15 seconds on the warm-up clock, and the boys are ready to get at it. All right, like I said, once again, guys, if you guys can hear me loud and clear, this is Philip Johnson on your ones and twos. And let me get a roll in the chat if you guys can hear me loud and clear. Internet should be stable here in RIT, and we should be ready to get at it. All right, if you guys didn't hear me before, a couple players who are going to be out who scratched this game. Where we have Luke Staley, who's hurt a few games back, and also Hunter Weisbeck, unfortunately, suffered a traumatic hit yesterday, and he will be out for today's game as well. Liam Porter as well came back for yesterday's game, but unfortunately was not able to play, but it was good to see him on the bench for his first signs of coming back and coming back on time. All right. Like I said, guys, you guys can hear me loud and clear. Let me get a roll Roku in the chat. Roll Roku in the chat. And we are ready to get at it versus the Atlantic Coast. The boys were successful against them last season, and they are ready for the revenge here and Just Get Good tournament here in Rochester, New York, and RIT in the main center. We have a packed house here, and we're ready to get at it. All right, this game has been brought to you by Trident. For all your heating and cooling needs, please consider Trident. Trident at 585-444. Excuse me. Consider Trident HVAC and R. It's 585-444-8895. That's 585-444-8895 for all your heating and cooling needs. That's Trident HVAC and R. We appreciate their sponsorship for the third year in the row. All right, we're here in Rochester, New York. Camera number 1, camera number 2, and camera number 3 is up and ready. All right, we got Steve Green on here. This is tick. Time to rock and roll, roll call. All right, and thumbs up and goal. There we go. So that means my audio is good to go. Hopefully my stream will be good as well, and we are ready to get at it. All right, face-off controlled by the Coast. Atlantic Coast, we're on the purple. The Coalition are in the white. Puck is all the way down. Carmody chase. Oh, looks like that might be a penalty there. And that is a penalty. That's an interference call right off the bat. So they're looking good, in good shape here for a power play opportunity, a Miller Bick power play opportunity by the boys. So it's a good job by Ryan Carmody to draw that penalty. If you remember last season, the boys finished off the season against the Atlantic Coast Academy in Utica, New York, playing both games and winning both games. So it's good to see. But now they have a couple new players and new coaching and new philosophy. So let's see how this will turn out for the Coalition here. All right, Miller turns. Good job by Miller to evade the player in left face-off circle underneath. We got a nice little view here, right center ice, and picked up by Grisanti. Shot on. And shot saved by the goalie. Good job by Grisanti to put that shot on, looking for a pass off pads. So yesterday they outshot the team roughly 2-1. The Connecticut Elite, they normally outshoot teams, but now they see if they can catch some of these goals in here. Face-off controlled by the Coalition. Grisanti to Carmody, to Roger, back behind the net, back out to Miller. Miller has it, great hands for a defenseman until it's Lestakar. Lestakar loses for a second. In the right face-off circle underneath, and looks like the net might be off. All right, guys, this game has been brought to you by Trident HVAC. For all your heating and cooling needs, consider Trident HVAC. Trident HVAC at 585-444-8895. That's 585-444-8895. And there's a Miller Brick power play opportunity. All right, face-off controlled by the Atlantic Coast. Atlantic Coast is trying to get the puck out. Good job to keep it in by Zalesikar. Well, you got to have a man to beat. A one-on-one opportunity shot, and that's a shorthanded goal by the Atlantic Coast. They got beat back door, let it wide open for the shorthanded goal. You got to be careful there. One thing that coach wants to do is keep that pressure on. You want to keep that pressure on, but at the same time, you got to make sure you cover all your bases, not letting anybody go back door. There's a shorthanded goal for the Atlantic Coast. They strike first here. Rink trying to get it over to Ryan Adams to Pence. Pence has it at their feet. And now the puck is out of the zone. 45 seconds left in their power play. Good job to back check. Atlantic Coast has to, as well, has the puck here. Player loses his edge. And puck is down the other way, and looks like the Coalition are trying to control the puck. The puck had the neutral zone. And good job by Benham to control it. Losing his buddy here, Hunter Weisbeck. And shot on, shot save. It's against the far boards. 9 seconds left in their power play. Not as fruitful as they wanted to be. Puck is in the zone. And now back to full strength. Good job by the Atlantic Coast with the power, with the right there in front. Oh my goodness, that could have been something. And play stoppage. Okay, so the Atlantic Coast strikes first, and let's see if the Coalition can answer back. Last few games they've been in. They were in a deficit yesterday. In order for them to come back and tie it up and go to shootout, they had to come back in a dramatic fashion, and they did. So let's see if they can keep that magic going here today. Atlantic Coast still has the puck. Back to the point. Shoots it in. Good shot and good save by Evan Farrell. And Atlantic Coast is able to keep it in right now. Along the far boards in the corner. Good hit by Atkinson. And now it's out of the zone. Picked up by Green. Green has it on the far boards. Is looking for some magic here. A face-off circle. Centers it. Shot and saved by the goalie. Atlantic Coast was able to get it out. Picked up by Miller. Miller has it. Flutters it back into the zone. And good, almost taken away. Almost a takeaway there. Atlantic Coast recovers it. Icing's waved off. Looked like someone might have touched it. And the Coalition control it to Grisanti. Grisanti's trying to give it up to Roger. And back the other way, 2-on-1 opportunity, 3-on-2. Actually right there in front, shot. And shot's off. Good job by Evan Farrell to stand up and stand tall there. Puck is sent all the way down. Icing's waved as well. And Atlantic Coast has it behind the goal. Off the near boards. Good job for Grisanti to break up the play. A lot of players are falling here. Here comes Carmody with a little bit of magic. Oh, that's another penalty there. That's another trip. That's the second penalty drawn on Carmody. Good job by Carmody for another opportunity. Put that pressure on the defenseman, and he was able to catch a tripping call against him. Score is 1-0 here in the first period. Coalition control the puck. And now Atlantic has it and out of the zone. Atlantic. There might be a call here. Also holding Now the Coalition got to be careful. Now they got a holding call against them. So that's Wyatt Miller with the holding call. He was trying to play it off, but the referee caught him. The Coalition right now are looking a little sloppy here, so they got to figure out a way to dig deep and bounce back and see if they could weather the storm here. Roger loses for a second. Atlantic Coast steps up and shot saved by Evan. All right, so score is 0-1. With shots, Coalition 2, Atlantic Coast with 3. 12:21 left in the first period. The Coast has it, a 4-on-4 opportunity, 4-on-4 for 121. Then to be a power play for about 15 seconds or so. And here comes the Coast. Look for pass off pads. Oh my goodness, that could have been something there, but good job by Evan to keep it out of the net and come right back in. And the Coast has it once again, bringing it right back in. Good job by Zalestakar to break up the play. When the Coalition, 09 Coalition, and Atlantic Coast went to Utica at the end of the year last year, the Coalition were successful, but now they're looking for 2-on-1 opportunity. Here they come. Shot. Oh, shot's wide and out of play. I believe Wyatt Pence was looking for a pass off pads in order to leave his team right to the net for Ryan Adams, but the shot's off. But either way, face off in the Atlantic Coast end to Schouten. Passes it over to Rink. Rink steps up, sends it in, goal right there in front, and save. And the puck is out of the zone in the neutral zone. Dumped in, and Coast gets it first. The boys have been playing a lot of games here, so one thing they are tired. So now still a 4-on-4. Shots blocked and out of play. They are tired, but they got to learn how to dig deep here and continue to play. Face-off controlled by Atlantic Coast in the neutral zone for 3-2-1. Now it's a power play opportunity for the Coast for 10 seconds, and they'll be back to full strength for both teams. And here comes the Coast. Coast trying to make a power play opportunity here. It's 2-1. Now back to full strength. Wyatt Miller comes out of the box. Now the penalty box. Good job to pressure the player at the blue line by Wyatt Miller. And good successful penalty kill by the boys. Good job by Alex Rink to put pressure on as well as on the half-boards. This is a smaller team. Looks to send right to the front shot. And that's a goal. Man back door is waiting for it. And a man was sitting back door, and they didn't see the man back door. And the score is now 2-0. They find themselves down once again in the first period. The Coalition have work to do. All right. So the Coast here are in control of this game here in the first period, but the Coalition are not prone or not susceptible to having a deficit. Coalition do have a lot of fight, a lot of grit in them. And let's see if the Coalition can answer back. All right, Atlantic Coast with the puck control, DDD pass. Good way to get the puck out of their own end and move the puck up. They have a lot of smooth players here for the Atlantic Coast. And good job to stop the player, slow them down for a minute. Puck's on the near boards. Picked up by Atkinson. Atkinson trying to send it forward. Icing's waved off. And Green with the pressure. So being shorthanded, this does not help their case here. Having a couple players down and out. And shots off, shots blocked. And now they got to find a way to dig deep and to really put their stamp and the imprint on this game here. All right, good job by Grisanti to tip the puck, and Atlantic brings it right back in. Good way to break up the play. I believe that's by Atkinson. On the near boards, picked up by the coast, trying to get the puck in deep. And now it's a Schouten trying to get it out. It's an out of the play on the Division I RIT University. So it's a great opportunity for boys here to play. Here comes Atlantic Coast, and offsides to call. All right, the Coalition find themselves down 2-0 here in the first period. The Coalition will have to find a way to dig deep here. All right, picked up by Schouten. Schouten, actually, excuse me, they're able to get to the puck first. Atlanta, once again, they have a little bit more, tell a little more pep in their step here. This being a home tournament for the boys, they are trying to figure out a way here to continue to get their energy up. There's a lot of games they played. They played a ton of games only in a number of weeks. And it stems all the way back to the summer tournaments in Buffalo. They've been successful in all of these tournaments, but the amount of games do add up. A lot of young men are tired. But having said that, there's no rest for the weary. Good job by Carmody, step through. Not able to cash it in, but here comes Atlantic Coast coming right back out. Sends it over. Puck back behind the net by Rink. Rink's trying to get the puck out of the zone. And Atlantic Coast has it. Passes over to the right. Sends the puck in deep. Good way to block the shot. And Carmody's trying to find it. Excuse me, Rogers trying to find it. And good job by the Coalition to control it and trying to get the puck out into Carmody. Carmody has it. Draw 2 penalties so far. He's trying to get over to Grisanti. Grisanti and Carmody yesterday were the 2 culprits to tie the game up and send it into shootout. Here come the Coalition. Sends it forward to Casey. Casey is from Syracuse. Puck is flipped up in the air, and a good job to take it away by Zalesnikar. Puck is free, and the Coast has it once again. Coast find themselves up by 2 with 6:58 in the first period. So now the way the rules go here, they're going to cut the ice in the middle of the second period, and that's when the intermission will be. Shot saved by Evan. All right, see if the boys can pick it up here. Oh, right off the post, my goodness. Right at the face-off, the Coalition's got to be careful. That was very fortunate. A couple times they had a couple, well, that's another penalty there. Looks like the tripping. Evan Farrell's off, comes off the bench, comes off the ice. And that's another tripping. So that's 3 penalties here in the first period. But the Coast still find themselves up by 2. Is that Ryan Carmody again who got that one? I'm not quite particularly sure. But either way, the Coalition have their chances here. They're letting them in the game. They're keeping them in the game with these penalties. Little things like that also can add up as well. You got to make sure we complete our passes. Oh, Leicester loses his edge, and the Atlantic Coast still have it. Against good teams here, you got to be able to do little things correctly, because the good teams do all the little things correctly. A good way to enter the zone correctly. And good job by Leicester to break up the play. Like little things like zone entry is something that they have to continue to do. Oh, it's big hit by Leicester. So zone entry is a very important thing here. Okay. Find themselves down by 2, and this is the power play. Oh, and that's a goal. Another shorthanded goal. Second in the first period, 2 shorthanded goals, and that's the 3rd goal of the game. Okay. Coalition right now find themselves down 3-0. Can the Coalition bounce back here? Down 3-0. That's 2 shorthanded goals by the Atlantic Coast. Like I said, Atlantic Coast right now, they got 4 shots. The Coalition with 4 shots. And the Coast with 7. So the Coast are right now out shooting the Coalition. Coalition normally come out a little bit more fired up than this. But like I said, playing so many games in so many days, the Coalition still got to find a way here. The teams that they're playing against will not have any mercy on them. Puck is out of the zone, and good dump by them. 1 minute left in the power play. This is still a power play opportunity. And the Benham to Pence. Pence has it on the right-hand side. Shot. Oh, he had another opportunity again. Same shot before was a 2-on-1 opportunity. Pence has it. Pence gets knocked down. Puck is shot all the way out again. Abbott to chase. So you can tell it's a little bit, they have a little bit more pep in their step right now. The Coast are getting to the puck here first. 29 seconds left in the power play. The Miller Brick power play. And Abbott has it back behind the goal line. And loses it. And my goodness, the Atlantic Coast player right now has a little more energy than 2 of our players. So next week, the boys will have their bye week next week. So much needed rest here. Here comes Benham. Benham was going to go for his forehand, not able to get to his forehand. Good job by Atlantic Coast to break it up. Right there in front. And Atlantic Coast are able to get it out and back to full strength. Atlantic Coast is. Coalition right now just got to figure out a way to get one. Atlantic Coast right now is winning the battle of shots. In case he gets popped. Atlantic Coast were able to center the puck and out of the zone into the neutral zone into the Coalition end. Shots blocked. They still are able to almost get it in deep. Oh, that's a pass here. Intercepted by the Coast. Back behind the goal line. The Coast are looking to add to their lead. Coast turns around. You can just tell this, the energy level right now for both teams are on the 2 different playing fields, on 2 different planes. And the puck is right there on the left-hand side. It's still popping around. And good job by the Coalition to keep the puck out and back to the blue line. And here at center ice. It looks like that could have been a penalty, holding. Held up Greeny for a second, but he still has the puck. That's Carmody. Picked up by Jace Roger. Roger, Grisanti, Carmody on the ice at the same time with Schouten. Having so many players. And here comes Carmody once again. Looks to center it. Oh, not there. Good job trying to center the puck and trying to get it in there. Coming back the other way, here comes the Coast. Coast left-hand side shot. Shot's blocked. Shot's wide. There's another $300 stick on the ice there. Picks up and shot. Shot's all right there. Good way to clear it out. Very dangerous. And here come the Coast. The Coast will bring right back up again. Whiffs at it, picks it up. Now he's able to gather it and send it into the Coalition in. The Coalition send it right back out to the neutral zone. The Coast has it. And picked up by Pence on the right-hand side. That's his third shot from the right face-off circle. And see if Benham has it. He has man cutting to the net right there. Oh, almost able to get it. The Coalition right now are getting their chances here. Trying to come alive here. They can get one goal with 1:53 left in the first period. They can maybe turn this ship around. At the blue line and now picked up. And now the Coalition are reeling. And wide open back behind the net. A stick that was been broken. He sits there and makes a defensive play for the Coalition. And clearly right now, the Atlanta Coast are in control of this game. And the near boards on the left face-off circle. Looks to send it all the way in and out. Look at Adams. Adams is trying to muster all his energy he can do. 1-on-3. Wasn't able to get a shot off. And was able to get the puck in deep. And now Atlantic Coast brings it right back out. Like I said, Atlantic Coast with 3 penalties in the first period. 2 shorthanded goals. 50 seconds left in the first period. The Coalition find themselves in a 3-0 deficit. Usually the Coalition are not, they have not found themselves in this predicament all season. In this new season, picked up a right face-off circle. Looks center, and good way to break up the play by Atkinson. 30 seconds left in the first period. And good rotation, and looks to center it, shot. Good way to get it out. But the Coast are right there. The Coast have just a little bit more spatial awareness. And steps up. 10 seconds left. And out of the zone. And here it goes. They have opportunity time by Greeny. Greeny shot and saved by the goalie. Greeny had about another second or so, but he looked like he might have rushed it there. And that's the end of the first period. The Coalition are outshot 5-11 by Atlantic Coast. And the Coast right now find themselves in a 3-0 lead. All right, folks, we'll be back after this. Okay, here we go. Coalition are trying to find themselves here. And let's see what they can do. Can they make a comeback? Like I said before, folks, they're going to have an ice cut in the middle of this period. So it's like a half in the middle of the game. Oh! Looked like he got tripped there, but no call in the first few seconds of the second period. Shot's wide and looking to get the pass all pads off of Evans' pads. Send it back behind. Look at the energy they have here. Shot. Good job by Evan with the save. Okay. The energy that this team has right now, the Coalition have to figure out a way to match it or slow them down here. Let's see if Coach Garver has some type of words of wisdom or encouragement to make these boys come alive here. Atlantic Coast able to stop the bleeding here and stop the play. And they got a one. Oh, they got a man open shot. Shot's wide. Got to be careful. Happened so fast here. Can't even see it. Here come the plays. Puck's out. Oh, the pass is off target. Trying to pass over to Roger. And the Atlantic Coast brings right back in. Deeks to the inside. Stops, turns back to the way. Sends it back to the blue line. Atlantic Coast has it once again. Atlantic Coast with a newfound energy. Right there in front. A good way to break up the play. Back to Atlantic Coast. Back to the point. Atlantic Coast right now are in complete control. 3-0 here in the second period. And out of the zone. And into the Coalition end. And nice way for the Coalition to break up the play. And Atlantic Coast has it right back. Sends right to the middle. Shot. Oh, off to the left. Looks like it might have been a save by Evan Farrell. Right now, the Coalition have not found themselves in this predicament all season. They have been the ones controlling the tempo, controlling the pace, outshooting teams here. But right now, they're getting outshot 8-12. And the Atlantic Coast has to reset. Adams with the forecheck. Puck is free at the neutral zone in center ice. Let's see what the call is here. Okay, 14:53 left in the second period. Score is 3-0. This game has been brought to you by Trident HVAC for all your heating and cooling needs. Please consider Trident HVAC. That's Trident HVAC at 585-444-8895. That's 585-444-8895. All right, the puck is out of the zone, picked up by the Coalition. I don't know, in the center, is it? Trying to give it to Roger. Roger gets bumped as, Adams gets bumped as they're trying to make an attack here. And the Coast has it. Once again, a good way to keep it and hold it. And he's going to bring it in himself. Trying to deke it. And shot right in the front. And that's a goal. Man, back door. He took it all the way in. And he was able to free himself to make the score 4-0. Atlantic Coast right now are in complete control of this game. The Coalition have never found themselves in this scenario, but either way, let's see if they can have a bounce back here. This is a tough game here by the boys. You can just tell the energy is just not there, but this is a good learning opportunity for someone set. There's no wins and losses. There's just wins and learning opportunities. So this is a great learning opportunity for the boys here. Let them know this road's not going to be easy wherever you go. The competition's going to be stiff. And let's see if they can bounce back and at least make this a respectable outing here. Atlantic Coast sends right back in. Offsides, delayed offsides. Tagged back up and send right back in. Hard collision. Atlantic Coast is just all over the puck here with a little bit more energy right now. Good job by Carson Wentz to make contact. But the Coast has it once again on the far board, sends it back around. Picked up by the Coalition. Coalition able to kind of sort of get the puck out, but not really. And Atkinson has it. Atkinson was trying to make that pass, but not able to get it in by shouting. Shouting now is going to whip it around and try to whip it out. And they do, but Atlantic Coast has it at the neutral zone. And now is in the Atlantic Coast end, but the Coalition make the change. And icing is to call. Okay, like I said, the Coalition never found themselves in this spot, in this scenario, being down by 4 goals, especially halfway through the game. So they just got to figure out a way, and they got to dig deep here and see if they could get an answer. Right now, the Atlantic Coast are getting to every loose puck, every 50-50 puck. They seem like they got a little bit more energy than the Coalition do. All right, good way to rotate the puck and out of the zone by the Coast. Trying to step up and look for a shot there, back to the point. Sends it over. Left face-off circle. The Coast right now with 2 shorthanded goals. You just see, shows the right now the level of energy that the Coast right now is bringing. Oh, almost offsides, but they said it wasn't. Right now, the Coast right now are just in the driver's seat right now in the captain's chair of this game. And way to rotate it out, and Miller back to retrieve the puck, but 2 men are on him. Atlantic Coast right now are just absolutely on cruise control. Good way to break it up, and here comes back the other way. The shot on by Ryan Adams. Right there in front, got to wrap around. Oh, and the net's off. That could have been a scoring opportunity for the boys here, but the net is unfortunately off. The goalie kicked it off. The goalie kicked the net off and broke up their scoring opportunity. Send the puck into the center ice. Excuse me, back behind the goal line. Let's see if we can come away with the puck here. You can just tell the Coalition right now are just tired. They're just trying to make something happen here, but Atlantic Coast has it once again, 2-on-2. Oh, good move to good deke. Back around, looking a little bit of misdirection. Right there in front. Oh, right between the player's legs. He was looking for a nice little shot. Back, and icing is to call. Okay. With this 4-0 deficit, the Coalition right now are reeling. Atlantic Coast wins the face-off. And good job by Carson to break up the play. Good back check. Send the puck up, give it to Carmody. A lot of these players, shots off. Good job. Way at least get the shot off by shouting. The puck trickles out of the zone. Picked up by the Coast. Coast has it. Oh man, they got 2 to beat. He has it right there. Good save. Good way. Good back check. Got to be careful there to make it happen. Right there. Oh my goodness. Atlantic Coast right now, with the little bit of energy they have in reserves, Atlantic Coast right now are using every bit of it. Good save. .942 left in the second period. The ice cut will come around 7:50 or so. They'll stop the play. Stop the play. Oh, he has it. Shot. And shot's blocked. Okay. Can the Coalition fight back? Figure it out. Dig deep and get one here before Ice cut. Shot saved by Evan. We're currently right now, the Atlantic Coast are out shooting the Atlantic Coast are out shooting the Rochester Coalition 15 to 8. Atlantic Coast has it once again, winning the face-off battle as well. They had 3 penalties in the first period, but the Coalition were not able to bounce, not able to make it happen. 2 shorthanded goals. Shot right there in front, a good save by Evan. Good job by Evan Farrell with the heads-up save. Right now, they got to find someone to at least get one to go here. Puck is not offsides. Good keep. And here come the Atlantic Coast. Drops it back, backhands it into the slot. Left face off circle, back behind the goal line, looks to center. Good block shot. And one time, all the way high. Coalition right now are just trying to figure anything out here. Looking for the wraparound. Coast right now are just having a really hard time making it happen. Okay. But speaking of that, folks, looks like it's going to be a ice cut. They're going to have their halftime here with 8:10 left in the second period. Ice cut. Let's see if the Coalition can bounce back and make it a game in the second half of the game. All right, folks, we see you then. Cutting in, and that's a goal by Kevin Green.
Fireplace look like this. Enjoy the benefits of improved efficiency and better quality with a new Heatilator gas fireplace from Miller Brick. Whether your project is a new build or remodel, enjoy the beauty and convenience of a Heatilator gas fireplace. Miller Brick is your one-stop shop for fireplaces, inserts, log sets, and stone veneer. Get ready for Rochester's winter. Visit our showroom today.
Welcome home, Miller Brick.
They didn't arrive here with the ease of champions resting on comfort. They came worn, scarred, and carrying the weight of every battle that led them to this moment. The road was long, the nights were short, and their bodies tired. But their hearts unshaken. Every bruise tells a story of resilience. Every limp is a reminder of how far they've pushed when most would have given in. And still, through the grind, they never lost the spark that brought them here. A hunger no fatigue could weaken, no injury could silence. This tournament isn't about who's the freshest. It's not about who feels the best. It's about who wants it more when everything hurts, when the legs burn, when the lungs scream for relief. And this team, they want it. They want it with every breath, with every drop of sweat, with every ounce of fight left in them. This is the Tournament of Tears. Game 1. The hunger was undeniable. They came out firing, unleashing wave after wave of offense. 63 shots in total. Every shift was a battle, every possession a fight to break through. But sometimes, the game tests you in ways you can't predict. On the other side stood a goaltender who refused to bend. Save after save, chance after chance. He turned away nearly everything. And yet, persistence found its reward. They broke through, finding the back of the net to remind everyone they weren't going away quietly. The scoreboard read 4-1, but the story wasn't defeat. It was resilience. Because on this stage, it's not just about the result of one game. It's about the statement made. And they made theirs clear. They will not stop coming. Game 1 was only the beginning. Game 2. The Storm returned to the ice. The odds were stacked, the battle uphill. Down by 2 goals, the team stood at the very edge of defeat. Their bodies ached, lungs burned, and every stride felt heavier than the last. Yet their will refused to bend. With every shift, they waged war. They clawed for loose pucks, threw themselves in front of shots, and fought for every inch of frozen ground. The scoreboard mocked them, but their hearts burned brighter. Then it happened, a crack in the armor. 1 goal, a spark of life. The crowd erupted, a thunder rolling through the arena. Moments later, another strike, 2 goals. The tie was forged in fire, the battle leveled by sheer will. The bench roared, the building shook, and belief surged through every player wearing the crest. But regulation was not enough. The war spilled into overtime. Both sides staggered, battered warriors trading blows in the endless storm. Every rush carried the weight of destiny. Every save felt like salvation itself. Minutes bled away. Skates carved desperate lines into the ice. Helmets dripped with sweat. Yet neither side would yield. And so the night demanded its cruelest test, the shootout. The ice fell silent. One by one, skaters carried the weight of their team on their blade's edge. Each attempt, a battle of nerve and steel. Each save, a heartbeat stolen back. Until at last, fate tipped its hand. The final strike landed. The war was over. The scoreboard told the story of defeat. But the truth was far greater. Their fire will carry into the battles yet to come. Games 3 and 4. The path to survival narrowed to a razor's edge. 2 battles remained. 2 must-win games. And standing in the way, the same relentless foe. The stakes were clear: win, or the journey ends. Game 3. The puck dropped into a storm. Every shift carried the weight of the season. The hits were heavier, the skates cut deeper, and every shot thundered like cannon fire. The team answered the call, striking first, then striking again. Their resolve burned hotter than their opponent's fury. With every save, every blocked shot, the message rang clear. We will not fall. When the final horn sounded, victory was theirs. But there was no time to rest. Another war waited. Game 4. The ice became a battlefield once more. Their rival, desperate to reclaim ground, unleashed everything they had. Yet the team, now sharpened by fire, met them head-on. Exhaustion was buried beneath determination. Shift.
All right, all right, all right. We are back, we are back, we're back. Coalition find themselves in a 4-0 deficit with 8:10 in the second period. Ice cut just happened, and now the guys are ready to, let's see if they can make it happen. All right. Coalition never found themselves in this type of scenario, but let's see if the Coalition can bounce back from it and make it work. All right, if you guys can hear me loud and clear, let me get a roll Roko in the chat. Welcome back to the second half of today's game. Game number 3 of this Just Get Good tournament will be at 7:45 at Ice Complex. Rank number 2 is game number 3. So right now the Coalition find themselves in a deep hole. Let's see if they can climb out of it. All right. Right now the Atlantic Coast are in complete control, but the Coalition is not impossible. A good way for the Atlantic Coast to get it out. They're just keeping it in right now. The fort check is really becoming unbearable. And Atlantic Coast right now are just controlling the pace of the game. The boys are tired, but they got to learn how to dig deep. They had issues with attrition and they had issues with injuries. Shot one-timer, shots off. Are we down? Good way to clear it out. Coalition, they can get one here. They get one to go. Things may be able to open up for them. Here comes Carmody. Carmody looks to center it. Good job by Carmody, keeping his head up. He has top 4 points in Section 5. As a sophomore, steps up shot. Shot's blocked off the player's back. And back to the goal line. Atlantic Coast here are looking for more insurance goals here. Shot off of Evan Farrell's pads. Currently right now, and that's a goal. Another goal by Atlantic Coast. Atlantic Coast find themselves in complete control of this game. 5-0 with 6:52 left in the second period. 5-0 is the score. Like I said, the Coalition have never found themselves in this scenario, in this spot. But having said that, let's see if they can at least get something to go here. Currently shots right now, the Atlantic Coast have 17, the Coalition is only 9. There's a big hit on Elks Rink. Atlantic Coast has to tag up. So evades 2 players. Well, oh my goodness. 2 men were on him. but still able to beat them to the net. And that's another goal for the Atlantic Coast to make the score 6-0. Had 2 men on him, and they're still able to make it happen on the offensive end. One of those games you just gotta chalk it up, and you just have to take it. Unfortunately, here at home in Rochester, at the RIT Center, the Coalition, like I said, had never found themselves in this spot. It's such a young season. They had success last week in Boston, winning the whole entire tournament, a very, very tough tournament. But now this tournament here, that come to Rochester to just get good tournament, have even higher stakes and even highly rested opponents. There's a big hit for Atkinson. They come to bring the puck out of the zone and neutral zone, and they able to dump the puck in and see if they can get them to turn it over. Atlantic Coast right now doing a great job getting the puck out of the zone. Got a man wide open, leads to the net. Atlantic Coast, who lost to the Coalition twice at the end of the season last year, regrouped and was able to get some more recruits. Icing's waved off. Coalition with the change. The Coalition got another game today at 7:45, and let's see if the Coalition can make something happen, make it work, do something here, because the games are not over yet. All right, nice way to try to step through. Good job by Carmody right there in front. Carmody has it once again. Goy right now is kicked the net off again. Stops the play in the momentum. Shot save. Coming back the other way. Shot dribble right to the almost the man back door once again. Grzanski's trying to get the puck out. Puck is still there in their own end. Picked up by the Atlantic Coast in the neutral zone. Here comes Roger. Roger to Carmody. Back to Roger. Not able to get to it. But this is the competition that you want to play. You want to play against this competition, high in the competition. The Coalition made great strides this year, being successful. Oh, good way to block the pass. And here comes Atlantic Coast, right-hand side. Good way to flutter it out and get the puck out of the zone. Atlantic Coast right now are just on breeze on the easy street. In the neutral zone. Turned over. And Icing's waved. Benham with the chase, chasing it down. Atlantic Coast has it. In the neutral zone, they able to backhand it in past Alex Rink. Atlantic Coast has it. See how they get the puck first? Hustling to the puck first. They just have some type of the energy that the Coalition do not have. They don't have that same energy. Puck is bouncing around and is at. They're gonna try to get the puck out of the zone. See, look how tired they are. It's almost like they're on a power play. He's looking for, I think he's looking for a Michigan or something. I'm not sure. The boys still had 2 more games to go in this tournament. Puck is bounce around. 2:45 left in the second period. Nice job by Pence to take the puck away. Atlantic Coast has it once again. And KC's there as well. KC's going to bring it in. KC's going to have, looking for something, looking for Adams. Adams has it. Shot. Ooh, shot's wide. Good setup by Casey. And Coast has it once again. 12-10 left in the second period. Icing's waved again. Back behind the goal line. On the Coast right now, she's being very methodical and very patient. Along the half boards, the players switch. Back behind the goal line once again. Look for someone to cut. You can just tell right now, man cut. And shot again. Shot's blocked. Playing 2-1-2 defensive scheme. Icing is the call. Okay, this game has been brought to you by Trident. Trident HVAC. For all your heating and cooling needs, please consider Trident HVAC at 585-444-8895. That's 585-444-8895. This will be a great learning opportunity for the boys here. How to recover and how to bounce back. Got Grazanti streaming to the middle, not able to get the pass over to him. A good way for the Atlantic Coast to bring it right back out. 2-on-2 opportunity. Drops it off to his teammates. Looks, oh, Deason inside. And a good way to break it up by Roger. To Lesnikar. Lesnikar has the puck on the near boards. Good way to take it all himself. The night before, oh, almost a goal there. Good job by Lesnikar. Take it in and keep the pressure on. Because one thing Coach said that he wants the boys to keep going north and keep that pressure on. In a good way, give it up to Carmody. Carmody has Grazanti trailing. Just a good shot on. Puck is sent up. The Coalition right now are just trying to find some answers, trying to find some type of offensive opportunity. And that is the end of the second period. Score is 6-0 in favor of the North Atlantic Coast. North Atlantic with 18 shots and the Coalition with 12. Okay, we'll be back after this. Okay, Rocco finds himself in a 6-0 deficit going into the third period. The game is not over, it's not done with, but they find themselves right now in a hole that almost seems insurmountable. But let's see if the Coalition have some type of answer here. Want to end the game on a good note. Atlantic Coast with the puck control, with the face-off, and offsides to call. Okay, this game has been brought to you by Trident HVAC. For all your heating and cooling needs, consider Trident HVAC. That's Trident HVAC at 585-444-8895. That's 585-444-8895. All right, the puck's controlled by Atlantic. For a second was Rocco, but now Atlantic has it. Looks to send it all the way in. And good job by Evan Farrell with the save. Shot and out of play. Currently 20 shots on for the Coast and only 12 for the Coalition. Coalition have never been outshot before. This is the first time all season. One timer from the point. No good. Back DDD pass, steps up. You can just tell the level of play here. Looking for that zero angle shot and out of the zone by the Coast. The Coast has it. Coast has been in control. The level of competition has really spiked from. There was a tough competition last week, but you can tell these teams here probably they haven't played as many games, but still at the 16U level, competition does not stop. The competition, you are not going to get free games here. And I don't think the Coalition are looking for any type of freebies or anything like that. They're just, the Coach Garver warned the parents that the games are not going to be easy. So having tough games is going to be a part of life here. Every team that you're going to play against is going to be considered a tough team. Face-off control by the Coalition. Benham has it on the near boards. And then loses the puck to the Coast. The Coast brings it right back behind their net, and back out of the zone. The Coast right now are the faster, stronger team. Steps up into the right face-off circle, back to the point. Walks it over to the left, and then the left face-off circle on the outside. Back to the point, walks it over, back to left face-off circle, steps up to the right side. It looks like right now they're running almost a power play type of shift. I'm trying to squeeze it in between two players. The Coalition right now are just trying to maintain. With 13:46 left in the game. Score 6-0 in favor of the Coast. Especially when you beat a team, when you beat a team like the Coast have lost to the Coalition, they remember those kind of games. Some of these players do not. A lot of new players for this year's 09 team, so players may not remember even the game they played. Good way to get back on sides and shot on by Atkinson. But the Coast remembers. Picked up, good job by Greeny. Take the puck away and take the shot on. Shots off. Shots wide. And good chop by Schouten. Gives it back to Green. Green has it. Walks his way in. Looks to center it. And good way to block the passing lane by the Coast. Coalition with 12 shots and the Coast with 20. Back to the point by Schouten. Shots wide. That's not considered a shot. And back out. Good job by the Coast. The Coast with the change. Looks to drop it off to his teammates, but picked up by the Coalition to Casey. Casey has it. Lose the puck. And Coast has it once again on the far boards by Carson Wells. Carson Wells turns, chops it. And Atlanta Coast has it. It's going to take their time walking it. They're working it around the Coalition zone. Back to the point. Looks to the cut. Got two men cutting. Coalition right now are just really having a hard time here. You can just tell The body language means that they're really tired. Steps up, shot. Oh, that's a big time risk there. From the point, shot again. And nets off. Evan Farrell, with the big shot out in his last outing, is getting really challenged here today. A lot of contact on Evan Farrell. Looks to cut. Rossanti lose the puck to the Atlantic Coast. 11-12 left in the game. Oh, looks like it's hit, tripped, or whatever. No call. Atlantic Coast still has it. A good stretch pass up on the far boards. Looks to center it. Man over. A good defensive play to break it up. Come back the other way. Coach is trying to encourage his boys to keep fighting here. Coach is trying to will these boys to fight harder. No matter in wins or losses, you want to continue to fight. Face off control by the Coast. Out of the zone in the neutral zone. Dumps it back, and good job by Pence. They know their game plan. It looks like they want to do a little mixed direction. Pass was a little bit too tight to get it in there to Ryan Adams. But Pence is there once again. But having players like Luke Staley and Hunter Weisbeck and even Liam Porter, who isn't playing, shot on, it's very, very difficult. You got it shorter, you got maybe longer shifts playing against top competition with the full bench on both sides, and you're running shorthanded, and you got to maybe play extra shifts. And playing a lot of games here, it's not an easy task. It's a very, very hard task, and it's very hard to figure out a way to maintain. It's very hard. It's very difficult. But, you know, a lot of teams, they have the same type of issues, a lot of the same type of feelings and things like that. They have to continue just to keep working hard and playing hard. And Atlantic Coast takes it away in the Coalition end. Coalition will win the faceoff and big shot, one-timer. There's a little deke to the inside. Gonna step all the way and shot. Oh, save. Good play by the Coast. Coast gonna try to work it around again. The Coast, just the time of attack and the puck possession has really been in the Atlantic Coast favor. Gonna try to roof it over. You can just tell this look on their faces that they're just tired. Coach right now is just willing them. If I see them on my peripheral, it's just really, really, really hard. He's trying to tell them to. He's really trying to get the defensive positioning here. Atlantic Coast right now loses his stick. And saved by Evan. No, excuse me, that's a goal. Excuse me. Atlantic right now is in complete control of this game. This is a very, 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 very tough task here. They're gonna let the time run. So now 7:30, just gonna let it run. Coalition down 7-0. This is the first time all season where the Coalition have really found some. That's a hard shot there. Find themselves in this predicament. They're gonna let the time run out here. 7:15 left. Atlantic Coast right now with 20 shots. The Coalition only 13. They have never been outshot before. Wow, good move past Shoughton. Is able to get the shot on. The goalie here is going to try to make a play up. The puck's out of the zone in the neutral zone. Picked up by Atlantic Coast. They tag back up. Looks to center once again. Man wide open on the right-hand side. Back to the point. Walks it over to the left. And sends it in deep. .6:30 left in the game. They're letting this time run out. The Coalition have to regroup and have to play later again tonight. So no rest for the weary. And Atlantic Coast brings it right back in, takes a shot on off of Evan Farrell's pads. And the Coalition bring it right back in. Wright Adams on the near boards takes a shot. Puck is still free. And stop. Seven nothing with 5:40 left in the game. Coalition right now are just looking for something to take away from this game. One thing they can know that there is very, very, very tough, stiff competition they played against, so they know what the level of elevation they have to bring the level of elevation to. Good block shot by Jack Abbott. Atlantic has it once again. Bringing it all the way around. Looks to center it now. Puck is free, but picked up by the Coalition. Here comes Benham. Excuse me, that's Lesnikar. He's going to dump and chase and try to pick it out himself. He looks like Lesnikar is just trying to get something to go here for his team. Captain of the team, been on the team for 5 years. One of the old savvy vets that started off. And here come the Atlantic Coast. Gonna take it away. Oh my goodness. And Farrell just got flattened. Players who are just hope that he's okay. It looks like he's going to be okay, but he absolutely got hit there. It's a very scary sight, especially for a goalie who can't protect himself, doesn't know what's going on around him. Izzy Johnson got the same type of treatment in Boston. It's very hard, so it looks like he's going to get a player from the Atlantic Coast is going to get a goalie interference call on him. That's penalty number 4 on the Atlantic Coast. And it's a power play opportunity, so that means the Miller Brick power play. You really are concerned at times for the goalie's health. You're going to get hit by any angle. You don't know where he's getting hit by. My son Israel Johnson, who was also the other goalie, number 1. Don't want anything to happen, so goalies wear a lot of protection, but at the same time, the field of view is very limited as far as what they can see. All right, the Coalition have the puck, so now this is their 4th power play of the day, and they have really they're winning on the power play front, but the Atlantic Coast are winning on the time of possession and the time of attack front. Jace Roger gives it up. Shoots it in. Oh, that's saved. That's a block shot. Didn't get all the way to the net. Shot again. All right, so this is a good opportunity here for the boys here. It looks like the net is off again. Okay, 1:45 left in the game. Score 7-0. Here comes Atlantic Coast. And that's a penalty on the Coalition there. Looks like it might be a hold on Wyatt Miller. So that's gonna be penalty to the end of the game. And 5 seconds left in the Coalition power play. 3-2-1. Since time is running now, back to full strength. Oh, excuse me. The Atlantic Coast are back to full strength. The Coalition are one man down. Atlantic Coast has it. Back to the point. Back to left face-off circle. Dekes it inside. Now he's gonna take his time. There's 55 seconds left. No reason to rush. Shot. Player gets decked by Jack Abbott. Abbott once again, good job by Ryan Adams to slow it down. Oh! Ryan Adams just got decked out of nowhere for no reason. Ryan Adams just absolutely gets decked. Not sure if that's intentional or what, but they will take a look at this. They give the young man 2-minute penalty here. And that's 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. They're gonna let the clock run out. Okay, that's the end of the game. All right, folks. Shots were the Atlantic Coasters 20 and 14 for the Rochester Coalition. Coalition fall to in game number 2. And we'll be back for game number 3 at the Ice Complex at 7:45. So keep it locked here to Facebook Live. All right, we'll see you then, folks. Bye now.